Hi, right, Beta85x HD. This is what I've been flying for the last few days. It takes 2 or 3S lipos. I've been using 2S 300 mAh nanotechs. I didn't have any appropriate size 3S, but what I've been using 3 of these and a harness that I made up. So I can plug those in. That just plugs into the bottom, into the XT30 that obviously it comes with XT30. Now it's on that had plenty of power, pretty good. Not as fast as say a Mobula 7, but that isn't what this is about. It's still fast. It's not quite as agile as a Mobula 7. There's weight there at 75 grams. So that's a fair chunk of a whoop. Is it a whoop? Is it not a whoop? Oh, that's not a whoop, Sorry, not bad joke. Anyway, it's for filming, I would say, rather than just having fun. You would buy this if you wanted to record your freestyle, which it does. It does do freestyle very well. Check my other videos. This is just going to be a talking video, but it does freestyle very well. It's got lots of power for doing your power loops and all the rest of it. I've been doing those, and you can do them in the garden. You can do them in small areas, indoor areas even. If you've got a big indoor area, you can definitely do it. But yeah, you can definitely do it in your garden, backyard for people that don't live in the UK. So yeah, when I say it's for filming, it's because it's got the 1080p 60 frames per second video on there, the Caddx Turtle V2, and the picture is just superb. So, and they call them cinewhoops, and people are making some very, very cool videos with them, flying through tight little gaps and then reversing the video to make it look like they're coming back through the gaps and things. Very artistic. You can do some very artistic and interesting videos with them, I think, as well as just bashing them about and doing freestyle around your garden, around your parks. So yeah, that's what it's for. It's not really for racing or just ultra performance freestyle. It's for flying in small places, unusual places that you can't fly anything else, and getting good video. And it's for making films, I would say. It's definitely going to have some interesting videos popping up on YouTube with this, I think. I personally have just flown it around the garden, down the field. I'm going to take it up to the park, and it's never going to bother anybody because it's not noisy, it's not going to hurt anybody, very well protected. These props are well sunken down into there, unlike some other where they're quite near the top. These are quite well sunken down, so they're not going to hurt you. I actually flew it into my leg the other day and it didn't do anything at all. So yeah, it's very tough as well. The frame is extremely strong, stronger than say a Mobula 7. People have also been taking them and just taking the frame and not having the HD camera and building like a 35-40 gram quad from it, which has tremendous power, and 2S even, making them very lightweight and powerful and still flyable in all those little places. So yeah, it's an interesting but slightly different to what we're used to, I think. So yeah, HD cinewhoops is going to be the next phase, the next craze. The fire issue, yeah, some people have had them catch fire on 4S. Betafpv are now saying don't fly them on 4S. But yeah, I've only flown it on 3S, and it's got enough power on 3S anyway. It's got pretty good power on 2S if you look at my other videos. So I would say 4S is not really needed, especially considering it's a cinewhoop, it's for making films. You probably want to fly a little bit slower and smoother anyway than on 4S. But yeah, it is what it is. Just use it on 3S now, and Betafpv are going to come out with a new S that will take 4S, so that'll change things again. The reason the X-Lite is in the picture is just to show you that you can fly that with a little X-Lite, little goggles, all that could go in a small bag on your back, few spare batteries, and you know, if you happen to be out, you can go out for a walk or whatever, ride on your bike, throw these things, take these things with you, and if there's somewhere fun to whoop and fly, and you can record it in HD. It's definitely got some potential there, and I'm going to be enjoying taking it with me. I'm going to be taking it with me and finding some interesting places around Yorkshire to go and fly it and see. Well, I mean, some people have already looked at my video. Some of my friends locally and that, and have said, "Oh, can you come and film my house and my garden?" So, you know, maybe even potentially a little bit of a business could be done with it. Maybe get onto some estate agents and fly around people's houses. Selling point, yeah, it's interesting. Different ideas for what you could use it for. But yeah, it's good. You get no batteries, LEDs on the back. The VTX is 25 to 200, I think. I'm not sure. I've only got it on 25, and that's got a good range anyway. I've put an XM Plus receiver in there. It's tucked in underneath there. You can't see it. I've also, between the USB socket and the board, I've put a piece of plastic insulation between there. Just I thought that looked a bit close for comfort and didn't want to run the risk of that shorting out. Nice LEDs on the back. SD card slots in the side there. A couple of little screws either side, you loosen them off. And you can adjust the camera angle. That's on a very low angle at the minute. I think that actually moved when I had a crash. I need to tighten those up. To start the recording, you put your battery in and press that button there to start the recording. Press it again to stop it. Very simple, nothing to set up. Obviously, there's a few things in Betaflight to set up to your transmitters and things, but it's all in all, it went pretty easily that way. I had a faulty receiver. I had the FlySky receiver in there, which I ended up swapping out because it had a couple of problems with jerky control at the start. So I put a FR Sky. To change that, you had to solder to another pad on the flight controller, so I had to strip it all down to do that. But whilst I had it stripped down, I checked over the flight controller and the ESC for any dry joints, and I resoldered these wires, just made sure that they was on properly, because some people have had those come off. So yeah, just worth checking those. Right, yeah, I don't know what else to say really, apart from it's really good. It's quite a lot of money. What is it, $190 or something? It'll vary, it'll probably come down in price. It's whatever it is. Go look at the website and check the specs. It's got decent sized motors on them. They're not your normal 1103 motors, they're 1105, I think. Yeah, 1105. And so that's where your weight comes from. It's the heavy camera, 1105 motors, 75 grams. It's a bit of a tank, but it's an unbreakable tank, but it's not a tank that's going to hurt anybody. So no, I think it's okay. The competition is going to be the Mobula 7 HD when that comes out. That'll be slightly smaller. From what I've seen, the Mobula 7 got a bit of jello on the picture, which this didn't have, as long as I tightened up the batteries. When I put the batteries in, it's got a nice rubber bit there. So you just undo your zip tie, put your batteries in, put that on nice and tight. And I didn't have any jello at all. Once or twice I put the batteries in and I didn't get them tight enough, and there was ever such a little bit of jello. Not much, but I noticed it. So just be aware, put your batteries in nice and tight. So the other thing I'd just say is just check all your screws. These ones on the top of the motor, these on the bottom of the motors. Even take these two off, take that off and just check screws inside are all tightened up. Use a bit of Loctite even, just to be absolutely sure, because you don't want any screws coming out. It's not fun. So yeah, all in all, I think it's very nice. I think people are going to find a use for it, and we're going to see some great videos. So it's just another option really. It's not a competitor for a whoop. People won't be watching by now. They'll have finished anyway, so I can babble on. It's not a competitor for a whoop, because a whoop is just a whoop. That's a whoop. That's not a whoop. It's much smaller and lighter. That's like 22 grams. Very zippy, very nippy. Very easy to fly indoors. This is much bigger and you have to fly it slower if you're going to fly it indoors, more smooth. So you're not going to have a lot of fun with this indoors, really. Not in your house anyway. In a big indoor area where maybe museums. I've seen somebody fly around a museum, which looked really, really cool. Yeah, you know, it's there's places where you're going to fly, where you're going to enjoy it, and where you're going to make great videos. And but in your house isn't really one of them. In your garden, it's okay. Still not quite as agile as, say, your 75X or the Mobula 7. You know, these are much more powerful, power to weight ratio, and more nimble round the corners. This is a bit of a bus, really, but it's a fast bus. It still has the power. You can go around the corners quickly and punch out, loop, roll, all the usual stuff, but it just does it a bit more slow. You need more power to do it and whatnot. You know what I mean. It's not as light and nimble. Anyway, yeah, let's see what you all think. Be interesting to see what happens when Betafpv come out with the new ESC, which fixes the 4S problem. And then I think we'll see a difference again. We'll start to see more high-powered videos, punch-outs and things. Some people are already flying them on that and seem to be okay. But yeah, it's good. I think it's definitely worth thinking about getting if you want to film good videos safely indoors. Yeah, this is what you need. Cinewhoop, HD Cinewhoop. That's what you need. Anyway, if you like this video, please thumbs up. If you don't, I don't really care. Like Grumpy Trev says. I won't say it quite like he did, but yeah. Anyway, thanks very much. Like, subscribe if you want, and I will probably be getting the Mobula 7 HD as well to compare at some point, and that would be interesting to do. I don't think I'm getting the tiny leader. That was on the cards at one point, but there was a lot of problems with that one, and yeah, that just kind of fell through. So, and I didn't really push it because I thought, well, it doesn't look that great. It seems to be a lot of problems with it. So, yeah. Yeah, thanks very much then. Cheers then. See you next time. Bye.